As usual, I'm going to start with a few relatively short items that have happened and that I think are important to understanding what's going on in our economy since we met last in March, and then turn to the more basic topics that we have on the docket today for us to discuss. The first one is a very typical event happening across the country. I picked one example. This is House Bill number 813 being debated as we speak in the General Assembly of the state of Missouri. But as I say, I could pick an equivalent across the country in almost every state. This bill, which is being debated, wants to amend a chapter in the laws of the state of Missouri, governing what people who receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, it's what we used to call food stamps. It's about what people who get food stamp help. I just want to remind you something in the neighborhood of 50 million Americans currently get that kind of assistance. That's a lot of people. Here's what paragraph 2 of this bill proposes, and I'm going to read it to you. A recipient of Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits shall not use such benefits, this will be the law, to purchase, get ready, cookies, chips, energy drinks, soft drinks, seafood, or steak. Okay? So you will not be able, if you're a food stamp recipient in the great state of Missouri, you will not be able to get cookies because you're a recipient of aid and you must be treated like a person who should be forbidden from getting cookies. Who do you think we normally forbid from getting cookies? Roughly, guess. Good. Children are forbidden to have cookies as a mode of punishment. Put aside whether that's a good idea or not. So this, therefore, is treating the people who receive food aid as though they were children. That's bad children, good. Children who have misbehaved because they, and I want you also to catch the last thing. Seafood or steak, right? An awful lot of food stamp recipients rush to the store and buy $25 a pound steaks. It's a logical thing to do. What is this about? This is going on across the world. I was going to give you an excerpt of a speech by David Cameron, Prime Minister of Great Britain, who gave a speech in Parliament exactly the same, explaining how poor people have to be taught a lesson. We're going to lower their benefits so they stop being lazy, non-functioning, inadequate, bad children. And by punishing them, taking away their benefits, we will achieve with the people of Britain what the fine leaders of Missouri hope to achieve with the people of Missouri. Ferguson is in Missouri, if I remember. Maybe there's a connection. Maybe there's some link. Why is this important besides the horror of it? This is a process of demonizing people who get help from the government. It's about making them appear to be bad, that there's something wrong with them. That's part of a game in which you blame the victim. That's the equivalent with people of what used to be done with women who would be attacked because they had a tight shirt or something like that. In other words, the fault didn't lay with the lunatic who can control himself. No, it lay with the victim of the situation, as if she was supposed to dress in a way that would prevent lunatics from behaving this way. as if this were her responsibility. It's a way of shifting the problem from where it obviously sits to where you would rather find it, and that blames the person who's victim of this situation. A functioning economy provides work, jobs, for all the people who are in it, who are healthy and adult and can work. It has to provide them with a job. It has to provide them with a decent income. Everybody knows this. Our economy fails to do that. The number of people looking for work right now is 3 times the number of vacancies listed in all job categories. Government keeps that record. So if everybody looking got a job, 2/3 of the unemployed still wouldn't have one. So we have an economy but we can't face that. We can't face that we have an economy that doesn't work. So we blame the victim of the economy that doesn't work, the one who has no work, or, in case you're not familiar with it, the person who has a job, because there's millions of people who have a job who also get food assistance because their pay is too low. There's the famous example, for those of you who haven't heard this story already, of Walmart. The greeters and a whole bunch of the categories of people who work at Walmart get paid so little money for the hours that they're given. They want more hours, but Walmart doesn't give them more than a certain number of hours. And that means they get such a low income that they qualify for supplemental nutritional assistance. These people who are paid too little by Walmart, by the way, the 6 members of the Walmart family are among the 10 richest people in the United States. They together have somewhere in the estimate of 80 billion, with a B, $80 billion. So they sit at the top of the pyramid because there are tens of thousands of people who sit at the bottom of that pyramid, and they get nutritional help because Walmart doesn't pay them very much. But you can all rest easy because those people who don't have enough hours and get paid crap while the Walton family sits at the top, those people will no longer be eating cookies in Missouri. You live in a strange society, and this society is not healthy, because that's a very strange thing for people in this country to be doing. This is the bill, for anybody interested, the Missouri bill, but as I say, you can find it everywhere else.